Hey guys, how's your Thursday going? I've got a rather lengthy story time for you there. I'm going to have to break it up into two parts, not sure. But if you're just seeing me for the first time and you're not following me, make sure you hit that follow button over there. Yeah. So here we go. I was a first time home buyer back in November of 2019. Around the end of November, I closed on my house. And being a first time home buyer, I was like, maybe I should get a home warranty. I see a lot about them. So I choose First American Home Warranty. Boy, that was a mistake. Back on September the 9th, I noticed my hot water was barely warm. I was like, oh, lovely. This is not good. So I go downstairs in the basement, and since I have a gas hot water tank, I go check the pilot light, and the pilot is out. I was like, okay. So I try to relight the pilot, and it will not relight. I was like, great. I was like, but I've got this home warranty. That's awesome. So I go online to set up my claim and pay them their $100 fee that they require to set up the claim. That day I get a phone call from a company called McAddy Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Their office here is in Clarksburg, West Virginia, which is about 3 hours away. They've got several of their offices throughout the East Coast. Yeah, we can schedule a plumber to come out and take a look at it the following Thursday on September the 16th. September 16th, the plumber does come out and he takes a look. He's like, yeah, your hot water tank is 19 years old, so yeah, it probably does need to go ahead and get replaced. And your gas exhaust vent needs replaced also because it's not above the roof line. And it's starting to look a little rough anyways. So he's like, we can replace that also, so I'll go ahead and put all this in my report and you'll be hearing back. September 20th comes around, 48 business hours later, and I heard nothing back. So I called First American and was like, what's going on? The lady said your claim has been closed out because you need to replace the gas exhaust vent. And I was like, well, the plumber said he was going to do that. She's like, no, that's something you have to do. We don't cover that, so you've got to do that yourself. So the next day on Tuesday, me and my good friend who has a Honda Pilot went to Menards, and I spent $140 on gas exhaust vent piping to replace it. He comes back on Wednesday to help me get it all put in. Everything looks great. I called First American, let them know that the exhaust vent's been replaced. So they said they'll send the information over to McAddy. So the next day, McAddy calls me and says, hey, we got the information from First American, but they sent over the wrong information. You need to call them back and have them resend over the correct information. Part 2 coming up.